sensitivity, look at the movement. It doesn't matter if it's teleoperated. You can
Yeah.
program that with
Sure.
after the
They
fact.
they need more data, of course. They need a lot
Yeah.
of movement data from humans to being teleoperated. But it's important, like Scott Walter also talked about this, that it can map itself to the right spot where it is. So for the precision. So it's already impressive that you have like teleoperation that doesn't kind of break the movements too much.
Yeah.
Like when you know what I mean. It's I think it's complex topic to really do. But
Like
I
Brian,
think it is.
you were saying earlier, you're like, oh, it's just a human dressed as a robot.
It convinced me. It
Yeah.
convinced me the motions were so fluid and organic
And
that
that's what
until I
matters.
saw the wrist, I was like, wait a minute. Unless they're using a double amputee, that's a robot.
One thing I noticed was that for the
I think the stream ended.
Oh, okay.
He said, $1 to $2. Well, he said, 5 to 10 cents per mile per person. So 20 people, that means you can get it down to like $1 to $2 per mile. So potentially $1 per mile is a goal for that robo-van. So 20 cents for the cyber cab per mile, and then $1 for the robo-van, which is the robo-van looks basically like a half bus, which if you could also
I counted 14 seats
I think he said 20, but I think
in that configuration. The one that we saw, I thought I counted 14, but
yeah, you could have a higher density configuration.
sure.
Whoa, I just had a pretty interesting idea, because Brian, if you would show the RoboVan again for 1 second, because it's just switching through, but maybe you can click on that. So imagine this thing just driving behind, or this thing driving behind autonomously behind a Cybertruck for going camping, because you don't need the connection anymore. Just as a train kind of. You're in the train, just like. I mean,
Why would it follow you?
Of course, yeah.
Or just ride in, or just have it meet you there.
Yeah.
Well, what you do is you take the Cybertruck off-roading, and then at the end of the night, you just instead of camping, you just go 2 miles out to the real road where it's waiting for you, and fight off the raccoons to get in, of course,
absolutely.
because
they will already have gained access to the thing, obviously, the raccoons. So yeah.
Well, that's the beauty, is I think we're going to see. There's a B pillar camera. I'm waiting for it to recognize my face because I look enough like a raccoon that then they'll be able to get into my car. So that's
exactly that's how it works. Yeah.
Also, the size of it would be for all the short haul delivery things. Like instead of like a semi truck and then drop down to this thing for a cargo van, and it's low roll in, roll out type of things. And for platooning, where you have them follow each other, then the ones behind would do 30% less energy usage, because they would have less air resistance on their vehicles.
Yeah. Oh, Digital Blade Canada, long-time viewer. Thank you for hanging out with us. If you were in here earlier and I didn't see you, I apologize for that, but there have been a lot of comments. When Elon spoke, he underhyped it. But when I saw the bots, I knew I needed to invest more in that company. Of course, not investment advice. We are not investment advisors. And I can tell you that of all the companies I've invested in, I've done okay on one and great on another. And the great, of course, being Tesla, because I bought in March of 2019 in my IRA. So I assume my widow and survivors will do very well with it someday. But because, it's a long time, man. What am I going to do?
Okay, well, I have to drop off. Thanks, guys.
Thank you,
Brian.
very much,
I appreciate you joining us. Yeah.
Brian?
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks.
Oh, man.
Oh, Brian.
What fun. We've also got this comment. World changing on so many levels. I agree, but I saw that yesterday. So I didn't see it, but this is what a lot of us who've been following this are not surprised. Jan, I know you're not surprised. You've been looking. You and I have had lengthy conversations about the vision.
Yeah.
And it's, pretty
But
great.
no, it's interesting to see it now, like unfolding, like everything coming together. This is something you cannot deny because it's visually pretty far off. And I know you can say, oh, the bots are teleoperated here and there, but no, it's about the whole vision and about the Tesla bots walking around. This is something they are already did, for example, and now the robot on the bar maybe being teleoperated. Okay, fine, but the robotaxi that we saw and also the whole vision coming together is crazy to see. Also that the Model Ys are driving around and everything. It's amazing what's happening there, and it's not too far off. I can really see maybe in a restricted area because where can those robot taxis can be operated? I think obviously just like Waymo does in an area they can geofence it just and let it drive around to be safe because of course we have these edge cases still in FSD that you can say maybe here and there you would need to maybe
Well, I think they would only want to roll
not,
it out in areas where they have the inductive charging already ready. You're going to need a depot for it, for cleaning, for charging, for, I don't know. It would make sense to then have routine maintenance items specific to the vehicle, all the wiper blades and
but also
whatever.
A very much known route. And that's the important part here, that FSD performs perfectly, because then I think they can go to lawmakers and kind of show them. Because, of course, obviously, when it doesn't work kind of in some areas, I think this is very good, and this will improve significantly towards the next year, I think.
Yeah. Yep. And and confirmation again, bots will be for sale. It's interesting. Boy, I tell you, there are some real lunatics on X. It's fun because I never see them. I don't engage with those kinds of people, but this is apparently open to the public. So, robots handing out gift bags is fun. Fun fact, Jeff Songster, also fun. If I'd gotten a ticket, he was going to drive down with me, but was not meant to be. Franz is my hero. Franz's designs. Franz is going to have a more lasting impact on automotive design than any of his contemporaries, for sure. There are... I did this fun video where I said, you know what? Cybertruck is ugly. It's terrible. Let me show you some real iconic vehicles. And I showed 30 vehicles and then revealed, all designed by one guy who appreciates the Cybertruck and is amazed by the design. So, this is iconic. Man, I'd really like to be able to physically touch one of those and know what it is. Looks like we've got a special guest in the house.
All right. Show us the juice.
Uh-oh. Your camera's off, Scott.
Scott, are these teleoperated? Scott, are these teleoperated? We have to know if they are teleoperated.
I don't think anyone there will be able to know.
Yeah, but you can tell maybe Scott sees it in detail.
Oh, that's true. He has.
Yeah, he's closer.
He does have.
Oh, Chrome Tesla, but would be nice, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they already showed many of those movements already.
So my question is, and it would be for Scott, could he hear me, is how close to commercialization is this? Are we going to see these? Are we going to see the factory start cranking them out? Because it appears, I don't know what obstacles remain at this point. Is it that there's a couple actuators here and there that need additional reliability before they can go into wide production? Because these look ready to go. I've seen a number of absolute clowns in the comments saying things like, and not just here, but I mean generally, oh, Boston Dynamics did this years ago. No, they didn't. Boston Dynamics works on QR codes. Those are all on rails. It's like a difference between an open world video game and the kind you play at the mall where it's a shooter and you're just like riding in a roller coaster cart. It couldn't be more different. And of course, they still have human bouncers. Hello, Scott.
Scott.
But Optimi, we're talking to each other, playing some games, rock, paper, scissors, making some jokes. I'm not sure how well it came up. I'm trying to get the camera to switch around a little bit better. Just give me a minute here.
It came out great.
It came out great, but Scott,
He can't hear us.